When I started my online business, I believed those ads that said, no following, no tech skills, no problem. But the truth is, you do need a following and you do need basic tech skills, and it does take a lot of effort. In this video, I'm going to share 3 things that you must have to make money online. And they probably aren't what you're expecting. And I'm also going to talk about 3 things that will free up your time and your energy so that you can write that book, launch that program, or simply enjoy life without your laptop or your phone glued to your hands. So let's start with the 3 things that you need if you want to make money online. Let me know in the comments what you think they are. You might be thinking things like, well, you probably need a smartphone or a computer, right? An internet connection, you need to have Wi-Fi, and oh, you need something to sell. And those are great guesses, and you aren't wrong. You definitely need those things to start an online business. But here are 3 things that I think are even more important to your online business success. The first thing you need is a willingness to learn. Making money online sounds so simple. You have something to sell and people buy it. But there's a huge difference between understanding the idea and then living the reality. Think of it as looking at a map, whether it's a paper map or if it's on your phone. The map represents what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, but it doesn't exactly show it. An online business is like a big, exciting world, and it has dirt roads and superhighways, it has construction zones, and it has detours, and there are enough emotional ups and downs and twists and turns to feel like an amusement park roller coaster. And if you've never done this before, you're going to be learning a whole new language and skill set. And if you're not willing to be a student again, you might understand some of the basic concepts, but you won't experience how it really feels and how it all works together. The second thing you need is a willingness to accept that mistakes and missteps are all part of the process. They're not about failure. When you're learning something new, whether it's speaking a foreign language or learning how to navigate in a new city or building an online business, you're going to mess up. You're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to take a wrong turn. You're going to send an email with the wrong link because it happens. It's part of the process. And sometimes you catch it right away. And then sometimes it's like spotting a piece of broccoli stuck on your teeth hours later. Why didn't anyone tell me? But here's the thing, when you start an online business, you can't always expect and wait for someone else to tell you that it's time to make a correction. Part of growing is learning to take the lead, to notice what's off, and then make corrections, make changes yourself. That's leadership, and like any other skill, it gets easier the more you practice it. Which leads us to the third thing that you need. Here's an example of point number 2 in real life. I'm editing my video and I realized I never actually said what the third thing is that you need. So the third thing is you need the determination to succeed. Let's get back to the other one. Think about it. How long does it take to learn a foreign language? How long before you feel comfortable navigating a new city? The answer depends on your starting point. How much experience do you have? How much exposure have you had to these things? In an online business, you're not just learning a new language. At the same time, you're also learning to drive your car in an unfamiliar, busy city. And you'll be navigating in and around a public transportation system that magically delivers content directly to people instead of them even having to search for it. So determination is a key thing you're going to need, because determination means showing up consistently even when you know you're going to get stuck in a traffic jam. It means making decisions when you're not sure which lane you should be in. And it means refilling your gas tank as many times as it needs to reach your destination. You know, the place where you have more clients than you know what to do with, more income and more freedom to do the things that you love. But those things, they don't usually happen accidentally. Without determination, it's easy to stall at the first roadblock. But with a willingness to learn and a willingness to correct your mistakes or try a different approach, and the determination to keep going, you can lead yourself and your business anywhere you want to go. And here's the thing, those 3 traits are only part of the equation. If you want all that determination, all of that willingness to learn, and all of that course correction to actually pay off, you also need to know where to focus your energy so that you're not just staying busy, but that you're gaining speed in the right direction. And that's why I put together a free mini guide called Master the Marketing Side of Success. It walks you through the exact steps to start attracting your ideal clients without guessing, without overcomplicating things, and without burning yourself out in the process. And you can grab it using the link in the description or just type success in the comments and I'll get the link to you. Now let's move on to the 3 things that will help you make money online without chaining yourself to your laptop. First, you need something that people are willing to buy. This could be your own product or service, or it could be something that you sell for someone else. Without this, you don't have a business. The second thing is that you need an audience. Now, you might not need one to start, but you do need one in order to grow your business. And growing your audience, this is a process of trial and error. And it's exactly where those 3 traits I just talked about come into play. Because for me personally, I've been making YouTube videos for a year and I still only have 150 subscribers. That's not what I planned for. It's not what I expected, but it is the reality. And the only reason I've kept going is because I'm willing to keep learning. I'm willing to keep trying new things, and I'm willing to keep showing up. And the third thing that will help you free up your time and your energy is to have an automated system, a way for people to learn about what you offer, to buy it, and then to receive it from you without you having to manually handle every single step. And we'll get to more on that in just a minute. Let's go a little bit deeper into the audience piece for a second. You've probably seen those ads that assure you no following needed to benefit from their program. And technically, they're not lying. You don't need an audience to start. But if you want consistent income, you better be prepared to grow one. What I've found is that most coaching programs, most business programs, don't actually teach you how to do that. And I learned this the hard way. I joined program after program after program, and they all skipped this step pretty much entirely. The guidance they offered was use social media, as if marketing was as simple as that. But yeah, I fell for it over and over again. How about you? Have you fallen for that? You don't need an audience line? And then a year ago, I found a program that is finally walking me through the attracting my ideal clients using social media step. And it is a step-by-step process of learning, of trial and error, of trying new things. My mentor shares the story of when she started. She set a 1, 2, and a 3-year goal. And her year 1 goal was to learn the new skills that she needed and to hopefully earn $54,000 a year, which to me felt huge. I mean, I'd been working full-time as a production supervisor and barely made over that. But because she kept showing up, she kept learning, she kept making changes, she hit 6 figures in 6 months. And then she exploded. She passed the $1 million mark in just 17 months. Our results could be very different. For me, I've been on YouTube for a year and I still have just 150 subscribers. And because I'm determined and because I keep learning, I keep testing, I keep showing up, I know that I'll get there. And you can too. And let's talk more about that automated system, the third thing that will help you free up your time and your energy. This is what lets you step away from your business without everything grinding to a halt. Growing up, my father was a machinist. He had his own machine shop. If he wasn't working, he wasn't earning income. But an online business can be like a store that's open 24/7. People can browse, they can buy, and they can hear from you without you manually running every step. And when you're just starting out, simpler is better. You don't need a dozen different tools and complicated integrations. Now, here's the basic setup that you need for your online business. You need a landing page where people can enter their email address to get a freebie from you or stay in touch with you. You need a sales page that explains your offer and takes payment. And you need a payment processor like Stripe or PayPal connected to your system. And then finally, you need an email service that follows up with people automatically. Once it's set up, this system works for you 24/7. That's why I use and I recommend System.io. It hosts my landing pages, my sales pages, my payment system and email. They're all in one place. And if you're just getting started, it's free for up to 2,000 contacts. And I'll drop a link in the description if you're interested in checking it out. And yes, it does take a little bit of time to set up, but once it's there, you're good to go. My mentor calls this our freedom machine because it frees up the time and the space to enjoy life on our terms, not on our business's schedules. So here's the bottom line. If you want to make money online in a way that gives you more time, that doesn't steal all of your energy, and it gives you more freedom, it comes down to these 3 traits. The willingness to learn, the willingness to correct missteps and try new approaches, and the determination to keep going. When you combine those things with the practical aspects of having something to sell, an audience who wants to purchase it, and an automated system that works for you around the clock, you can build a business that supports your life instead of running it. If you want help putting those pieces together, grab that copy of my mini guide, Master the Marketing Side of Success, because it's going to walk you through the exact steps to start attracting your ideal clients without overcomplicating things. You can find the link in the description or just put success in the comments. A key thing to remember though is that building an online business, for most people, there are always exceptions, for most people, you need to look at it as a marathon, not a sprint. But every step that you take with focus and intention, it brings you closer to that business and that life that you want. Are you curious about the program that gave me the tools, the community, and the chance to earn income while I'm learning how to do this? Watch this video next. This is not about a get-rich-fast scheme. It's a proven system to help you grow a sustainable online business with the support that will help you get there. Click here to check it out.